Good evening, Aeternum, and welcome to this KOTT News special coverage of live war from the... Where are we? Cutlass Keys. As the correction, murderous forces of Sith Happens assail the zealots of Mad Crew. A rematch affair between these two mighty great houses after last night's toppling in the Restless Shore a night ago. Getting down behind cover so nobody comes a-looking for trouble over here. We're going to take a quick peek around, make sure nobody's coming hardcore for us, but it looks like both teams are committed to a 50-50 on the Bravo objective, and it looks like it is a stalemate at this time. As, nope, Team Blue pushing it ever so slightly as Sith Happens beginning to take a little bit of control of the main objective. Gravity well in, nobody really caught up in it. Fighting over here on Autobahn side, kind of stretching out a little bit. Oh. I think they got away from it and broke up into two other skirmishes. It looks like Blue might be taking the central objective here. So we stand up and get a little bit closer to the action, reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, that it is important. Oh, cat's on the keyboard. I don't understand what that happened. Every now and again, the cat gets on my G button and it just spins everything around. And this Bravo objective is brought to you by our good friends over at LARPCO. It's thanks to LARPCO's patent-pending foam core technology that your gear has endurance, durability, provides safety, and of course, is fun. Remember, if it isn't LARPCO, it's cardboard. As the Marauders of Sith Happens take the Alpha objective here in the Cutlass Keys. Right? Correct? Looks like it's a battle here in the Broken Dunes. They're crazy for coconuts here, because with coconuts, you can get daggers. Don't have your daggers yet, you say? I've got mine. Where are mine? Here they are. Boop. Who wants some of this? You don't want this. I'm sneaky so they can't see me anymore. It's going to be a little bit easier to report on the news. This is my new style. Rapiers are out. Two-handed daggers are in because I can hide them in my gloves. I'll never give you up, rapier. But these daggers do make it a little bit easier to get around on the battlefield. One presumes. You tell us, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it disappeared! Uh-oh. I better put on my microphone outfit, otherwise they might think I'm an assassin of some sort, rather than just a humble war reporter up on the ramparts taking a look around at the combat. Looks like I've got a personal escort keeping an eye on me here over on the Charlie objective outside of the Alpha Gate as the Marauders of Sith Happens pressing their advantage onto the objective. The Zealots of Mad Crew doing their best to recover over here on the Bond side and up the road, respecting the laws of armed conflict, notably. Both teams quite honorable in that regard. As it appears, what are we? No, pushing it back down to 5-10%. Good pushback by the Zealots. It's very early in this matchup, so understandable that they would be able to get ahead on that. I am going to take this opportunity to do a quick trip around. I suspect that gentleman running around with a shovel and a helmet on his head isn't being too serious. Hey, Cletus. Oh, I tried to mount up. That would have made the run around the enemy camp that much easier, but not tonight. Tonight, on 6, we have our haste potion. On 5, we've got 3 bottles of cleanse in case we need to pop a cleanse and get actively out of there. As we surround, or excuse me, circumnavigate, I believe is the word I'm looking for in this case, around the defensive camp. Generic flags abound here because something that was not addressed before the big announcement as dawn breaks here on the Restless Shore. It appears that all 3 locations have been conquered and that the strike team is going around to the rear. We shall consider this enemy camp encircled as the bombardment begins on Alpha Gate. Cannoneers doing their best. Let me get it a little bit closer so we got a little bit better picture here. Let's get this shot right here. Feels like it's going to be a great one. And it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Marauders of Sith happens. Breaching the gates here. Breaching the bastion here on 3 is food. Jump, son. On 4 is health potions. Ducking down, remembering the first rule of war correspondence. Don't die. Stay alive. It's a helpful mantra even if you're not under fire. Because we're always under fire, ladies and gentlemen, at whatever life throws our way. The Marauders of Sith happens. Breaching the bastion here in the Cutlass Keys. Forcing their way in to rulership of Spyglass Ridge, but will they be able to do so here over on the Alpha Gate? Their team's able to move through pretty solid, advancing the bombardments into a more forward position. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to get a better shot of this. There we go. With multiple cannoneers doing their best to gain access into the keep. It is all but a matter of time, and time is the only ally they have on defense now with 23 minutes remaining. If they can hold out for that long, they can sing their victory song, but it will be quite difficult with this kind of offensive effort being pushed through the gate currently. Patiently working their way in up onto the stage and ramparts within. Up on the upper ramparts, as you can see, firing down into the main courtyard, starting to gain access and space, acquiring more space within the fort keep, making it more and more difficult for respawning members of the zealotry. Oh no, and down goes. Hold on, let me get those dog tags real fast. All right, that's who you were and your participation trophy. Thanks for hanging in there. We got another guy over here who deserves a participation trophy. And another oh, sorry, you were dead already. I'm not running into the mix any closer, but it looks like more stage respawn. Put the respawn timers on 35 seconds, if you please. Correction, we are 23 minutes into this. I don't even know what the respawn timers are at this point. I don't know why I said 33. What did I even say before? But they're not on a fast one, as the Marauders of Sith happens. Make that victory in 35 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Back to you in the studio, JC. Until next time, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.